Welcome to Secret Society's podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the quiet corners of history, obscured by shadows and shrouded in secrecy, lie tales of clandestine organizations and hidden agendas. Unseen hands, manipulating the course of civilization, shaping the future to their design. One such group, the enigmatic Illuminati, has been the subject of speculation, myth, and conspiracy theories for centuries. Born in the Age of Enlightenment, this secret society was said to have faded into obscurity, its influence extinguished. But was it? In 1969, a year of great change and turmoil, man set foot on the moon. The Apollo 11 mission was a triumph of human endeavor, a symbol of our potential, our courage, our unity. But was there more to this monumental event than what met the public eye? For decades, conspiracies and rumors have circulated, painting an alternate history. A narrative suggesting that the Apollo missions were not the result of a race between superpowers, but a carefully orchestrated plan by a secret society. A plan that, if true, would reshape our understanding of history, of space exploration, of the very world we live in. One such theory points to a particular symbol, one that has been a beacon of the Illuminati's influence for centuries. The Eye of Providence, also known as the All-Seeing Eye, is a symbol associated with the Illuminati, representing divine omniscience. The eye inside a triangle, surrounded by rays of light. It is an image synonymous with the Illuminati, but also with another powerful entity, NASA. Turn your attention to the Apollo 16 mission patch, a symbol that was carried to the moon and back, a symbol that millions across the globe gazed upon with awe and admiration. An eagle, clutching an olive branch in one talon, the surface of the moon beneath its wings. And above it all, a curious symbol. An eye, inside a triangle, surrounded by rays of light. The Eye of Providence, a symbol of the Illuminati. Coincidence? Perhaps. But for those who delve into the shadowy world of secret societies and hidden agendas, it is a sign, a clue pointing to a greater truth. A truth that suggests that the Illuminati didn't fade away, but merely stepped back into the shadows, continuing to shape our world, our history, in ways we can scarcely imagine. And in this unfolding saga of secrecy and influence, the Apollo missions may have been but one chapter in an epic tale that spans centuries. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the Illuminati's alleged involvement in the space race, we uncover a labyrinthine game of power and secrecy, a dance of influence and control that stretches beyond the confines of our planet and into the very stars themselves. A tale that, if true, not only rewrites our past, but also poses chilling questions about our future. The Illuminati, as we know it today, was founded in Bavaria in 1776 by Professor Adam Weishaupt. He was a former Jesuit-turned-secular professor of canon law. Weishaupt's vision was to overthrow religious and political restrictions, advocating for women's equality, education for all, and a universal brotherhood. The group was named Illuminati, meaning enlightened, to reflect these lofty goals. As an organization, the Illuminati was structured similarly to the Freemasons, a fraternity that had been established centuries earlier. Both societies used a tiered system of initiation and ranks, with members advancing through degrees of knowledge. The Illuminati specifically had a distinct three-tier structure: the nursery, the masonry, and the mysteries. Each level had its own subdivisions, creating an intricate hierarchy that mirrored the secret society's complex philosophy. However, the rise of the Illuminati was short-lived. By 1785, the Duke of Bavaria issued a series of edicts outlawing secret societies, including the Illuminati. The society was forced underground, its members scattered, and its activities ceased, at least officially. But rumors persisted that the Illuminati continued to operate in secret, subtly influencing world events. Fast forward to the 20th century, a time of rapid scientific and technological advancement, a time that saw the birth of space exploration. It was within this context that whispers of the Illuminati's influence began to intertwine with the narrative of the space race. The society, so the theory goes, had survived the centuries, retaining its structure, its secrecy, and its goal of shaping the world according to its principles. The secrecy of the Illuminati, coupled with the covert nature of space programs, provided fertile ground for speculation. The Society's alleged involvement in these programs was a natural extension of their reputed influence in global affairs. If the Illuminati could infiltrate the highest echelons of power on Earth, wouldn't the next logical step be to extend their reach beyond our planet? The timeline of the Apollo missions, the symbolism woven into NASA's insignia, and the unprecedented advancements in technology during this era all serve to feed these theories. The idea that a secret society was behind mankind's first steps into space adds an intriguing layer of mystery to an already monumental achievement. Yet, it is important to remember that these are theories, interpretations of historical events based on conjecture and circumstance. The historical, cultural, and political context of the time undoubtedly played a significant role in the origins and persistence of these theories. As we delve deeper into this enigmatic narrative, we must tread with caution, mindful of the blurred line between fact and conjecture, history and mythology. At the heart of these theories, certain key figures and documents emerge, providing tantalizing glimpses into the alleged secret workings of these societies. Let us first turn to the figure of Wernher von Braun, a prominent German aerospace engineer, and a central figure in the development of rocket technology in Nazi Germany and later in the United States. Von Braun's connection to the secret societies behind space programs is often cited. His role in the development of the V-2 rocket for Nazi Germany, and later his instrumental part in the American Apollo moon landing project, place him in a unique position of influence during pivotal moments in the history of space exploration. Then there's Jack Parsons, an American rocket engineer and occultist who co-founded the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Parsons was an avid follower of Aleister Crowley, an English occultist and writer who established a new religious movement known as Thelema. Parsons' deep involvement in occult practices and his influence on the early days of American space exploration provide another intriguing link in this complex web of theories. A key document often referenced in these theories is the so-called Brookings Report. Officially titled Proposed Studies on the Implications of Peaceful Space Activities for Human Affairs, this report was commissioned by NASA and published in 1960. It discusses, among other things, the potential societal implications of discovering extraterrestrial life. Some theorists interpret certain sections of the report as evidence of a concerted effort to conceal such discoveries from the public, presumably under the influence of powerful secret societies. As for rituals and initiations, it is widely claimed that many secret societies have intricate rites of passage, often shrouded in mystery and symbolism. For instance, the Freemasons, another society often linked to the space programs, are known for their complex rituals, which involve symbolic gestures, allegorical plays, and detailed costumes. These rites serve not only as a means of initiation, but also as a strategy for transmitting the society's teachings and principles. In terms of goals and beliefs, it's suggested that these societies share a common objective: to exert control and shape world events according to their ideologies. For the Illuminati, this means the establishment of a new world order, a global government ruled by an enlightened elite. For others, like the followers of Thelema, the aim may be more spiritual, seeking to usher in a new age of individual liberty and spiritual enlightenment. Whether these societies have truly influenced the course of space exploration remains a matter of speculation. Yet the enduring allure of these theories lies not only in their mystery, but also in the profound questions they raise about power, knowledge, and the very nature of human ambition. At the heart of these theories lies a central conspiracy, a secret agenda believed to be held by these secret societies. It's asserted that these clandestine organizations have not only influenced governments, but they have manipulated historical events, global finance, religion, and culture to fulfill their objectives. This hidden programming, according to theorists, is what drives the hidden space programs. In the realm of government influence, theorists propose that these secret societies wield tremendous power, operating behind the scenes, placing their members in key positions of leadership and decision-making. This infiltration, they suggest, extends into space agencies like NASA. Hidden in plain sight, these members allegedly manipulate policies and direct funding towards secret space programs while maintaining an outward appearance of normalcy and transparency. The manipulation of historical events is another accusation leveled against these societies. It is alleged that they have orchestrated significant events, such as wars and revolutions, to further their agendas. For instance, they are accused of using the Cold War as a facade to escalate the space race, thereby justifying the diversion of massive resources to their hidden objectives. In the sphere of global finance, it's suggested that these societies control the world economy, using their financial clout to fund secret space projects. They are believed to control central banks, create financial crises, and manipulate markets, all in a bid to consolidate their power and fund their covert ambitions. Religion and culture are not spared from this manipulation either. These societies are accused of using religious symbolism and cultural narratives to communicate their agendas and to subtly influence public sentiment. The Apollo moon landing, for instance, is theorized to be laden with Masonic symbolism, hinting at the alleged involvement of secret societies. The ultimate goal of this manipulation, as per these theories, is the establishment of a new world order, a global government controlled by these societies. This order would supposedly allow them to control humanity's destiny, including exploration and colonization of outer space, thereby ensuring their dominance for generations to come. The evidence for these theories often comes from a careful examination of patterns, symbols, and inconsistencies in official narratives. However, it's worth noting that these interpretations are highly contested, with critics arguing that they are based on conjecture, misinterpretations, or outright falsehoods. Yet for believers, these theories provide a lens through which they interpret the world, offering an alternative narrative to mainstream history and current events. They see patterns where others see coincidence, and secrets where others see simple facts. Piercing the veil of secrecy surrounding these societies requires a keen eye for detail, an understanding of symbolism, and a readiness to dig beneath the surface. A significant portion of the evidence supporting the claims about secret societies and their hidden space agendas comes from the analysis of architecture, documents, numerology, hidden hand gestures, and unexplained events. Consider the architecture of significant institutions such as NASA and the United Nations. Both are alleged to feature designs rich in Masonic and occult symbolism. For instance, the layout of some NASA buildings is said to mirror Masonic temples, hinting at a connection. Even the choice of location for such institutions sometimes holds symbolic significance. The United Nations, located in New York City, sits on the 33rd degree latitude, a number of considerable importance in Masonic numerology. Numerology, the belief in the divine or mystical significance of numbers, is a tool often employed by these societies, according to theorists. For instance, the number 33, the highest degree in Scottish Rite Freemasonry, is frequently cited as having significant implications. It's often pointed out that many significant space events, such as the Apollo 13 mission, are associated with this number, either in timing, location, or numerical data. Documents also provide a fertile ground for clues. Some theorists argue that space treaties and charters contain coded language revealing the true intentions of these societies. For example, the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, which prohibits any nation from claiming a celestial body, is interpreted by some as a stealthy move by these societies to monopolize space resources. Hand gestures, too, are seen as a form of secret communication among society members. Certain photographs of astronauts, politicians, and other influential figures making specific hand signals are interpreted as subtle acknowledgments of their allegiance to these societies. Finally, mysterious events and inexplicable occurrences often fuel speculation. Unexplained delays in space missions, sudden policy shifts, and even astronaut deaths are sometimes attributed to the hidden machinations of these societies. Critics, of course, challenge these interpretations, dismissing them as imaginative overreach or misinterpretations of coincidence. They argue that symbols can be read in numerous ways, and that it's easy to find patterns when you're actively looking for them. Nonetheless, For those who believe in the existence and influence of secret societies, these signs and symbols serve as breadcrumbs leading to a clandestine world, one that orchestrates the destiny of space exploration from the shadows. As intriguing as these theories may be to some, it's important to understand how the mainstream narrative responds. Media outlets, academic institutions, and official channels have, for the most part, either ignored these allegations or dismissed them outright. Top-tier news organizations seldom cover these theories, and when they do, it's often with a dismissive tone. The mainstream narrative typically paints these theories as unfounded and conspiratorial, more the stuff of science fiction than actual fact. Skeptics argue that the absence of concrete evidence undermines these claims, and that the alleged clues are little more than coincidence or misinterpretation. Academic institutions, on the other hand, have largely ignored these theories, rarely incorporating them into any serious discourse or research. When the topic does surface, it is usually in the context of studying the phenomenon of conspiracy theories, rather than a serious consideration of the claims themselves. This lack of academic interest could be interpreted as a sign that these theories lack credibility, or, as some believers argue, it could be evidence of a coordinated effort to suppress knowledge. Official channels, such as government agencies and space organizations, have also consistently denied the existence of secret societies influencing space programs. NASA, for instance, has repeatedly refuted allegations of secret societies within its ranks, pointing to the transparency of its operations and the public nature of its missions. Critics, however, point to this wall of denial as potential evidence of a cover-up. They argue that the concerted effort to discredit these theories and the uniformity of the narrative across different channels suggests a coordinated effort to suppress the truth. According to them, the persistent denials and counter-narratives serve as proof of the very conspiracy they seek to expose. While it's easy to dismiss these theories as the product of overactive imaginations, it's essential to remember that society's understanding of truth is often shaped by those in power. The mainstream narrative is not always a reflection of reality, but rather what those in power want the public to believe. The secrecy associated with these societies and their alleged influence on space programs makes it difficult to prove or disprove their existence definitively. With the lines between fact and fiction so blurred, it's easy to see why these theories persist, challenging our perceptions and inviting us to question the world as we know it. Within the murky waters of these secret societies allegedly influencing space programs are complex belief systems that often weave metaphysical, spiritual, and esoteric teachings into their foundations. These belief systems, often steeped in ancient wisdom and esoteric knowledge, play a significant role in defining the society's rituals, goals, and their overall view of humanity. Take, for instance, the rumored society known as the Solar Warden. This group supposedly believes in the existence of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations and the necessity to communicate and collaborate with them for the advancement of human civilization. At the core of their belief system is the idea that humanity is not alone in the universe and that our future lies in space exploration and interstellar cooperation. This belief system finds echoes in the rituals and practices attributed to the society. Allegedly, members engage in meditative practices aimed at enhancing telepathic abilities for interstellar communication. While this might seem far-fetched, there's an interesting parallel in ancient spiritual traditions. Many ancient cultures practiced forms of meditation to connect with higher beings or spiritual realms. It's fascinating that such ancient practices find a place in the narrative of a technologically advanced, spacefaring society. Then there are societies like the Brotherhood of the Star, whose beliefs reportedly merge spirituality with advanced physics. They supposedly hold the conviction that understanding the universe involves reconciling science with spirituality, a convergence of quantum physics and mysticism. The society's goals, as per these beliefs, are to advance humanity's understanding of the universe, not just through technological progress, but also through spiritual enlightenment. These spiritual and philosophical dimensions add layers of complexity to the narrative of secret societies and their alleged influence on space programs. They raise profound questions about the nature of reality, the origins of the universe, and humanity's place within it. These societies, if they do exist, challenge the mainstream understanding of space exploration as a purely scientific endeavor, introducing the idea of a deeper spiritual journey. However, it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective. While these beliefs provide an intriguing lens to view space exploration, they are still, at their core, unverified claims. The inherent secrecy of these societies makes it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Yet the persistence of these beliefs and their influence on the narrative of hidden space programs underline the human desire to seek answers, to explore beyond the known, and to understand our place in the cosmos. The reality, as always, may be more complex and nuanced than it first appears. The influence of these secret societies extends beyond the realm of space exploration and into the fabric of modern society. They are said to exert their influence subtly yet powerfully, shaping the world behind the scenes. Consider, for instance, their supposed involvement in politics. The narrative suggests that these societies have infiltrated the highest echelons of power, guiding policy decisions and shaping geopolitical landscapes. It's a claim that echoes traditional conspiracy theories about shadowy cabals pulling the strings of world governments. However, it adds an extra dimension to the narrative: the space connection, with these societies allegedly using their political influence to promote or hinder space exploration depending on their agenda. Then there's the corporate world. Some narratives suggest these societies have a firm grip on major corporations, particularly those involved in the technology and aerospace sectors. These corporations, it's claimed, are either knowingly or unknowingly advancing the society's space-related goals, from developing advanced propulsion systems to researching quantum computing and artificial intelligence. In terms of culture, these societies' influence is allegedly evident in pop culture, where they subtly promote their ideologies and beliefs. From science fiction novels to Hollywood blockbusters, the themes of hidden space programs, advanced alien civilizations, and the convergence of science and spirituality often take center stage. These narratives, it's suggested, are not mere fictional inventions, but subtle disclosures of a bigger truth. Even religion isn't immune to their influence, according to these narratives. Some suggest that certain religious doctrines have been shaped or influenced by these societies, incorporating elements of their spiritual beliefs and cosmological understanding. From ancient myths of sky gods to modern interpretations of divine beings, the society's fingerprints are supposedly there, subtly guiding humanity's spiritual evolution. Finally, at the global governance level, these societies are said to hold sway over key institutions, manipulating them to maintain the status quo or steer humanity's trajectory in line with their goals. Whether it's influencing the United Nations' stance on extraterrestrial life or shaping the policies of space agencies, their alleged influence is pervasive and profound. These narratives, as engaging as they are, need to be approached with caution. They are, after all, based on unverified claims and often veer into the realm of speculation. However, their persistence in our cultural consciousness reflects our collective fascination with the unknown and our quest for meaning in a vast, mysterious universe. Venturing deeper into the labyrinthine world of secret societies and hidden space programs, we encounter theories that stretch the boundaries of accepted reality. Some of these hypotheses suggest that the traditional power structures we know are but a facade, concealing an intricate web of bloodline control. These theories propose that certain families, tracing their lineage back to antiquity, wield the real power behind the scenes. They are the supposed puppet masters, pulling the strings of governments, corporations, and societal institutions. According to this line of thought, these bloodlines not only dictate terrestrial affairs, but also orchestrate the clandestine space programs, seeking either to protect humanity from extraterrestrial threats or to leverage alien technology for their own agendas. Equally controversial are theories alluding to the use of black magic and occult practices by these societies. It's posited that they employ esoteric rituals to harness spiritual forces or to communicate with otherworldly entities. Some narratives even suggest that these practices are not merely symbolic or psychological tools, but actual methods to tap into hidden dimensions of reality, enabling feats such as remote viewing, telepathy, or even astral travel. The extraterrestrial factor, too, is a recurring theme within these theories. Allegations range from secret alliances with alien races to the infiltration of these societies by non-human entities. The implications of these theories are staggering, suggesting that the course of human history and our understanding of the universe may be shaped by forces beyond our world. Then there's the transhumanism angle. Certain narratives posit that these societies are proponents of a transhumanist agenda, aiming to transcend human limitations through technological augmentation. This, they argue, is the endgame of their interest in advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and bioengineering. The objective, according to these theories, is not just the advancement of humanity, but its transformation into a new species capable of exploring and existing in the cosmos. These are fringe ideas, to be sure, and they often provoke skepticism or outright dismissal. But they also underscore the extent of our curiosity and our willingness to push the boundaries of conventional thought. As we delve into these theories, we are not merely exploring the mysteries of hidden space programs or secret societies. We are also probing the limits of our understanding, daring to question the nature of power, reality, and our place in the cosmos. We are, in essence, grappling with the ultimate questions of our existence. Despite the compelling narratives, the skepticism, and the sheer audacity of these theories, a shroud of uncertainty remains. The secrecy enveloping these societies and their alleged activities fuels our suspicion and curiosity. It's the gaps in our knowledge, the inconsistencies in official narratives, the unanswered questions that keep these theories alive. There's no denying that evidence exists, albeit circumstantial and anecdotal. Whistleblowers have come forward, documents have surfaced, strange phenomena have been observed, but so much remains elusive, hidden beneath layers of secrecy, misdirection, and possibly disinformation. The lack of transparency and the absence of definitive proof leave room for speculation and doubt. It's this ambiguity that gives rise to the notion that these secret societies might still be operating from the shadows, shaping our world in ways we can hardly fathom. Perhaps they are influencing policies, controlling resources, directing scientific research, or even manipulating public opinion. The extent of their power and their reach, if any, remains unknown. But what if they do exist? What if they possess knowledge or technologies far beyond what is publicly acknowledged? The implications would be profound, challenging our conception of reality and our understanding of human potential. It would force us to reconsider our assumptions about power, secrecy, and the nature of progress. Even if these societies and their alleged space programs are mere figments of our collective imagination, they serve a purpose. They remind us to question, to probe, to challenge the accepted narratives. They compel us to look beyond the surface, to seek the truth that may lie hidden beneath layers of secrecy and deception. They also underscore an innate human trait, the thirst for knowledge, the quest for the unknown, the desire to reach beyond our limits. Whether these societies exist or not, whether they have hidden space programs or not, they mirror our aspiration to transcend our earthly bounds, to explore the cosmos, to become more than what we currently are. So, we continue to question, to scrutinize, to seek the truth. We continue to grapple with the mysteries of our existence, the nature of power, the limits of our knowledge. We continue to ponder upon the stories we're told, the narratives we accept, the realities we inhabit. And we continue to ask, who is really telling these stories? Are they the architects of our reality? The puppeteers pulling the strings from the shadows? Or are they merely reflections of our own yearnings, fears, and hopes? The answer remains elusive, hidden in the shadows of our collective consciousness, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Secret Society's podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.